because
Sorry.
they carry on this person on their shoulders.
Good.
To the left, I see they're cheering him, but the right, I don't know if one person is bowing, like making a bow.
Bowing. Good. Okay, yeah, it does look like some of them are bowing. I agree. And down here, yeah, they start to.
Like,
and good. Well done for getting bow. Yeah, they are bowing.
bow. They're bowing. They're bowing to him. I don't know. Looks like if like one person is bowing or maybe picking up something from the floor. I'm not sure about that.
Okay, yeah, maybe picking up something from the floor. Yeah, this guy here does look like he's bowing. I agree. Okay, good. But what's happening to the guy as they carry him on their shoulders? What's happening to this guy?
Well, I think first to the left, the picture of the left, he's like saying, look like he's like saying thank you,
Good.
Being very grateful with the people. But then to the right, he looks more like a kind of an arrogant person.
Okay, good. Very good.
He's more like arrogant. I don't know.
Arrogant, yeah.
Maybe his ego is too high right now because everybody's cheering him.
Yeah, he seems to be getting bigger. His ego's getting bigger, and he seems to be getting bigger. Yeah, he seems to be getting larger.
Well, and definitely in the next picture to the left, you can really see that people is getting smaller and he's getting bigger. But I think it's more something like is metaphorical, I guess.
I agree. Yeah, there's a message to the story.
Physically looks like he's getting bigger, but I think it's more like in his mind, right?
Okay, good.
Then in the next one, you really can see that he's starting to crush the people that is behind him. Now I understand.
He's crushing them. He's obviously very heavy, and he's crushing all these people that are carrying.
Now I understand what you said, that these are kind of a political picture. Yeah, because he's growing and growing and growing, and it's kind of an exponential grow.
Exponentially getting bigger, yeah, getting fatter, getting bigger.
And that is clearly in the last, you can see that clearly in the last picture, because he's so big that he crushed everything that is behind
Excellent.
him.
He crushed everybody. He squashed everybody. There's good words here he squashed them with his weight. And what can we say for what the people are doing here when they're doing this? It's a religious word, really, for when people. What would we say for that? When
to bow.
But bow is good. Bow is good, but bow is usually
to revere or idolize.
Revere, very good. Yeah, revere is very good. Or idolize is very good as well. To revere somebody, to idolize somebody, excellent. There's also
worshipping.
Worshipping, yeah, that was the word I was thinking of, being honest. But both of those, worship here means revere and idolize, so they're both very good as well. They are worshipping him, they are revering him, they're idolizing him. Let me see if I can just move that along. Possible? There we go. So really good vocabulary there. Okay, very good. Now, I think we've just got 8 today, so let's do 2 pictures each. I'd like you to do the next picture as well, and then we'll move on to the next person. Yeah, but try the next one, Katya.
Okay.
Give me a quick look all the way through, just so it's a little bit clearer.
Okay. Maybe it's a debate.
Okay, good.
Because in the beginning, I see one person talking to, everybody that is there. He's in I think it's a podium, is the word?
Good. Audience, yeah. Audience, he's talking to the
audience. He has a glass of water, some kind of liquid there. First is one person, but then it's the same, or is it different?
I think it's the same person. I think.
Okay. It's the same. Okay, and then in that case, it's not a debate. I guess it's just a speech.
Good. Very good.
Yeah.
What's he wearing?
He's wearing a suit,
Good.
Yeah, and when he just start, he feels like pretty clean, a very nice suit. But then in the next pictures, you can see he's getting bored and kind of tired because he's over the table now.
Okay, okay, good. Perhaps he's bored, yeah, tired. Yeah, he's got his arms on the table.
But then suddenly, if you see the sequence, you can see he recover his energy maybe and start to do and he's doing the speech again more motivated with more energy.
Good. We
But
usually say he's making the speech, but yeah, you could say he's doing the speech. I don't want to say that it's a
he's
mistake. But
making
yeah, he's making a speech. Normally, make works with verbs of speaking. So you make a suggestion, you make an offer, you make a promise. In all of those situations, you're speaking. You know, when you promise somebody, you're speaking. And so he's making a speech. I
okay,
think
he's
normally you
making
make good.
a speech. Okay. I don't know. I'm not sure, but he's getting big too. He's putting more weight.
Okay, he's putting on weight. Yeah, he's putting on weight.
Putting on weight. And it looks like he's getting, I don't know if he's older
Okay.
or maybe he is like a person with less personal hygiene
Okay, okay, maybe.
because now he's unshaved. You can see that the beard is growing.
Good.
You know?
What do we call it when you've just a little bit unshaved, like in this picture and this one?
Trimming. Trimming.
Sorry?
Trim. He has trimmed his beard.
Oh, he's trimmed his beard. Okay, maybe if he has trimmed it, but I was thinking of a noun for the stuff on a man's face when he has.
I don't know really.
Okay, we say stubble. Stubble. Yeah,
Stubble.
he has stubble on those two pictures. We call
Okay,
it stubble.
when you have just a little bit of
Yes, just a little bit. Just
stubble.
when a guy hasn't shaved maybe for a week or so, he starts to have stubble. It starts to get dark around there.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay. Well, how can I say he looks stubble?
So he has stubble in the, or he grows a stubble.
He grows.
Yeah.
Stubble. Okay, he grows stubble then. He is still speaking non-stop.
Good.
Looks like he's not taking a break at all. Then he looks older and really was unclean.
Okay, yeah, dirtier and dirtier, older and older, dirtier and dirtier.
And the beard is growing and growing. He's getting old and tired. He looks frustrated too.
He does, especially in this last picture. Yeah, he looks frustrated.
Because at the last picture, he looks angry, actually.
Yeah, I agree. He gets angrier. I don't think there's much in this picture, being honest, in this story. There's not as much.
Yeah, it's the last two pictures you can see.
It's just a beard.
He's angry and the beard is just extremely long.
Yeah, the beard gets extremely long towards the end. Exactly. Okay, excellent. We'll do 2 pictures each today because I think there were only 8 people. So let's move on to Sneha now. You were the next person that I saw here. And you've got this one. It's called The Commission.
Yeah. There are a group of people sitting and discussing something.
Good.
And from the above comes a spider.
Good.
And it starts spinning its web around them.
Excellent.
And maybe they are drunk or they are deeply immersed in their conversation or debate or whatever.
Good.
So they didn't seem to notice. No. They're actually tired, or maybe they're taking a nap.
Good.
And meanwhile, the spider has done its job and it has spun almost around them.
Good.
And they don't seem to wake up, or they don't seem to be
No.
disturbed
Good.
by that yet. And then after that, there are a lot of papers littered around.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of papers littered around. There are lots of documents lying around.
Yeah, lying around. And then, of course, they became, in the final picture, and days passed maybe, and then they became like, they turned into stones, or they petrified. I don't
Good.
know.
Yeah, they are petrified in the end. They
Yeah.
they are turned into stone, certainly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Stones.
excellent. Yeah, very boring discussion I think they were having, and in the end, they just became
Yeah.
stone. It's a very quick
Yeah.
one. Let's go on to the next one, because I agree some of those ones aren't so interesting. Keep
Yeah.
going. What can you see in this one?
I see a person carrying a wooden box,
Good. What's he doing?
and then he's carrying, and
You can just see water
then
coming off his skin. It's
he's sweating.
yeah,
Profusely
good. He's profusely sweating. Excellent. He's sweating profusely.
profusely. And then in the next picture, maybe he's not the same person.
Good.
There is another person running away with books and some drawers, chest. No, some
Yeah, it
other
looks like a
boxes.
drawer. I agree. It does look like a drawer.
Yeah, and drawers, and he's running away. And in the next picture, we see a person diligently going through the book.
Excellent. Yeah, diligently going through the books. Excellent.
going
Yeah,
through
some
the
kind of
book.
accountant, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. And in the next picture, we see a lady typing.
Good.
And there is, of course, there are olden time, telephones from olden times.
Oh, an old-fashioned telephones. Yeah.
Old-fashioned telephone. And then in the next picture, we see a person busy answering calls from those phones.
Good.
And in the next picture, that maybe the same person. No. It looks like a different person, because his nose is like eagle's nose. Okay.
Yeah, hook's nose. Yeah.
Hook nose.
Yeah. So he's worried about, he's giving dictation to the lady, maybe.
Good.
And in the next picture, we see a person comfortably relaxing, smoking a cigar.
Who do you think it is?
It's an office, maybe.
Do you think? I think
I think everybody is working diligently except the boss.
Good.
The
Yeah, I think so.
company or
Yes.
I think there's one man who's relaxing. He's obviously the owner of the company or something like that. I think there's a strong theme running throughout these pictures where you can see that Herluf Bidstrup doesn't really like the rich. Yeah, he's got a very low opinion of the rich, very low opinion.
maybe he's socialist. And
I think so, yeah. I think no doubt about that. Definitely a socialist.
Because the message is always he sports with the worker and employers, but he always employees, and I don't want to know I don't know the drawer or the painter. I don't. How can we say cartoonist?
Illustrator.
Maybe.
I would say illustrator.
Yeah, illustrator.
Or cartoonist.
He or she. I don't know the gender of the illustrator.
It's a he. It's a Danish guy. Herluf Bidstrup is the.
He always opposite with the capitalist system and the.
I agree. He's very pro-socialist and anti-capitalist. I agree.
I'm reminded of Kim. Seeing the boss, Kim Jong.
Oh, Kim Jong. Who's that? You mean in
North Korean
leader? Yeah. Why are you reminded of Kim?
Because he's relaxing just like him.
Okay, he relaxes while everybody else is working.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Keep going. And this is the second firm. So yeah, I think it's a similar kind of idea. What can you see in these pictures?
Yeah, he's happily snoring, I think.
Good.
And the boss. And the person is digging stones or digging the ground. And he's trying to.
What tool
he's
is he
using a spike.
That one, a pickaxe.
Pickaxe.
Yeah, I think.
Pickaxe. Yeah.
I think it's a pickaxe. Might be a Might be like that. I'll check that actually. But yeah, he's digging with a pickaxe. He's
Okay.
smashing the
And
rocks.
then, yeah, he's carrying them in the trolley.
Uh-huh. Not trolley. Is it a trolley? Let me check. No, not trolley.
Mhm.
Who knows what we call that?
A wheelchair?
Not wheelchair, but you're very close. It is a
Ah.
wheel. A wheel what?
Pulley?
It's called a
Pulley?
wheelbarrow. A wheelbarrow. That one, yeah, wheelbarrow, where you pick it up at the back and it's got one wheel. I've got one over there which doesn't have a wheel anymore. But it's pretty
Just for
useless. I need to
decoration?
get rid of it. Yeah, I need to get rid of it. I've got lots of stuff back there that I need to get rid of. I'm a hoarder. I don't want to be a
Hoarder, yes,
hoarder.
I want to
but
say you
I'm a
look like a
hoarder.
hoarder.
My stuff just piles up and I just don't get rid of it. I will get rid of it soon. I need to either sell
You
some of it, throw some of it away.
do you
But-
usually attach the items that you have and you don't want to get rid of them?
No, I'm just too lazy to get rid of them. I've got loads of stuff over there that I need to get rid of.
Maybe you are so busy as a
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I
Sure,
suppose so.
mission.
It's I don't drive, and to get rid of a lot of stuff, you need to go down to the tip. We normally throw things away in a place we call the tip, like this, the tip. It's sometimes called the rubbish tip, but I think we very often just say the tip. And the tip is the place where you can get rid of anything. Sometimes you might need to pay some money if it's very, very big, but you can get rid of anything in the tip, and it's for rubbish. And
Like
yeah,
the,
like
the
wheelbarrow.
dumpsters?
Yeah, like the dumpsters. Exactly. In the States, they will have a different name for it in the States. I'm sure they don't say the tip, but it's
No, well, the dumpsters is where you put things that you don't want anymore, but it's not used for them. But then you have another places like for donation places where you
Okay.
can get rid of things, but somebody can still use them, you know?
okay.
For a
Yeah,
second-hand
Yeah.
used.
yeah. So that they can be used for another
Uh-huh,
time.
like for
basically.
secondhand, yeah. But
It's
if they're like just
It's not a
trash,
dumpster because the dumpsters are the trucks, aren't they? Like the rubbish trucks where you throw the rubbish on the truck. Yeah.
but
that's
you
like
have
a
the city dumpster. There's huge places you can put sofas,
Okay.
mattresses.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the tip.
Uh-huh.
We call that the tip in
Okay.
the UK, and it's
Uh.
just because you tip your stuff into the big containers
But the
there.
tip is like when you tip your waitress or
It also
somebody.
means that, yeah, you give the waiter a tip.
Box,
You do.
Sometimes they
And yeah, tips are advice as well. You can give somebody a few tips, like some advice about how to do something well or how to do something better. Yeah. And so, yeah, tip does have a number of different meanings. It also means the top of a pen, yeah, like the tip of
Yeah.
something is the top of something as well. And so, yeah, tip has a lot of meanings, but I do need to take a lot of stuff down to the tip. My wife is driving now, and so I hope that she will let me put lots of rubbish in the back of her car, and we'll go to the tip and get rid of lots of stuff because we need to.
Is
Okay.
it garage sale is popular in your country? Sometimes I saw the movies, they put their items they don't use it anymore and sell them on their garage, in front of their garage for a cheap price.
That we do have those sales, but they're not usually in our garages. We usually have those sales in our car boots, and so we call them car boot sales. And what happens is people drive and park in a big field. They open the back of their car and they've got all of these things that they don't need anymore, and they try to sell them for very little money. You know, normally it's very cheap what you buy at a car boot sale.
Here in the US, that's very common. You have garage sales and yard sales.
Yard sales, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
garage
those-
sales, yard sales. We also have-
Especially in spring because the weather is good.
okay, yeah. So it's nice outside, and it's nice to go and find something. You normally can find something that you want at one of these places. I normally find there's something good at these kind of sales. We do have jumble sales, which are very similar, but they're usually in a church hall or something like that. But still, it's everybody's old stuff that they've given, and it's useless stuff which is sold for very low prices. But still, all of the money goes to help the church or something like that. but it's very similar to car boot sale or yard sale, garage sale.
It's a win-win situation. Everybody gets what they want. Some people get rid of the stuff they don't want to use and earn money from that, maybe, or donate the money. And the people who buy the stuff also found particular things that they are looking for.
Absolutely. Funnily enough, I've just done a lesson about it's sometimes called a white elephant sale. And I just did a lesson that talked about this because I was doing the Hills Like White Elephants, the Ernest Hemingway story. And I found out that a white elephant sale is called a white elephant sale because it's things that you don't really need anymore and you're trying to get rid of. And a white elephant is something that you don't really need, but it's difficult to get rid of. So there are a lot of weird kind of connotations towards attached to white elephant. And yeah, that's connected to all of this kind of car boot sale, jumble sale. Okay, Snehal, so what can you see next after the wheelbarrow? What do you see in the next picture?
He left him digging.
Yeah, still digging. He's got his spade
Yeah.
now. He's got a spade and he's still digging.
Yeah. And in the next picture, the boss, maybe he woke up from his
Yeah,
nap and he's nose picking, I think. He's
he's
picking
picking his
nose.
nose. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, maybe rubbing his eyes, maybe picking his nose. Excellent.
Okay. And the man is tired. The digger is absolutely tired. And
Absolutely exhausted. Absolutely exhausted.
exhausted,
Or
yeah.
very tired. It's just because it's a strong adjective, and so absolutely
Mm.
works with the strong adjectives.
Mm. And then he comes out and he chides the person, the digger. He
And
scolds the person, the digger.
He calls the digger. Yeah.
Tell off,
he-
maybe, because of he's on break and he's drinking his
Yeah, he's
maybe
the digger is relaxing now.
cook or the beer. And
I think
when
beer.
he break, the boss realized he is not working at that exact moment, and he's tell off.
He's telling him off. I agree.
Tell
Yeah.
him off because of the break time, maybe.
Yeah,
Because-
he's relaxing and it's work time. Exactly. He's telling him off. And of course, what do we say when somebody, because it certainly works for the boss here. What do we say when somebody says one thing, but then does the opposite themselves? So he's
Hypocrite?
telling, sorry,
Hypocrite.
hypocrite. Excellent, Snehal.
Hypocrite?
Hypocrite. He is a
Or
hypocrite.
two-faced, maybe.
Or sorry, or
Two-faced.
two-faced. Excellent. Yeah, two-faced. Yeah, excellent. It works as well. Two-faced. Yeah, either hypocrite because on the one hand he's relaxing, but he's telling the other guy to stop relaxing. You know, start working harder. Excellent. Okay, let's go on to the next one then, Dylan. I think you're on this one, which is called bureaucrat. We'll do this one first.
Okay, which one is mine?
This one.
Okay.
This one.
There's a person, I think, who is younger than the person who is standing next to him, in
Good.
front of him, and he's bowing, maybe because he's
Bowing. Yeah. bow.
bowing,
Uh-huh.
because the older man, maybe he is superior or boss, I don't know, and he shows him respect
Good.
in a polite way. And then the boss, I guess the boss or the officer, pointed out his hand,
Pointed
and
at
maybe
something far away. Yeah.
he send him far away, or he just say him,
Tells
get out
him,
of
or
my
he just
sign.
He
He
tells him,
tells him, get out of my sign, or
get out of my sight. Yeah, get out of my
Right.
sight. That's good.
or
Get out of
something
my
like
sight.
that. Maybe he orders him, I don't know. And there is another person who looks like a rude person.
Okay.
He comes to our second guy who looks like a boss, and he looks angry with something, and he grabs his collar and tries to punch him.
Good. Yeah. Shakes his fist, I would say. Shakes his fist at him.
Shakes his fist to towards his face. Maybe
shakes his
he's
fist at him. Shakes his
at
fist
him,
at him.
shakes his fist at him. Maybe he's threatening him,
Threatening him. Good. Threatening him.
or start to fight with him. He tries to fight, start a fight with him, and the mother, the man seems calm and composed.
Calm and composed. Good. Calm and
c-
composed.
There is a unflappable. Maybe he is a unflappable. There is a adjective is defined the man who is not affect this kind of situations. And how can we say?
So yeah, he is totally. I see what you mean. He doesn't react to any of this anger or anything like that. He is
I
calm and
forgot the
composed.
exact the
I
specific
like
adjective.
I like how you put it like that. He's calm and composed. Yeah,
And also
they're good.
Can we say he's stoic?
He's stoic. Good. Yeah. He stoic indifference. He's indifferent. He is
Unfeeling? Unfeeling?
unfeeling. I mean, indifferent works.
maybe. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
indifference works very well here, and we very often say
or ignores everyone in front of him.
yeah,
Or
yeah,
neglect
exactly.
them.
He just points. He's totally indifferent to everybody. Unfeeling is good as well.
Okay. He doesn't show any emotions, or I don't think he shares his opinion in
Good,
different situations.
Good. You can say
And
a blank face as well. He just has a blank
yes,
expression on his face. Yeah, a blank expression on his face. It means, no feelings, no emotions.
there is a lady with a toddler,
Uh-huh.
and he also cries out in front of the man, and maybe begging. She is begging for forgiveness, or she's begging for help from that person.
Good.
And also the children starts
child.
crying.
The child. Yeah, the child starts crying.
The
bursts
child,
into
yeah,
tears.
sorry, the child starts crying or burst into tears.
Good.
And he also doesn't do anything, doesn't find solution,
No, just-
helps the lady, and just pointed out his hand and sent the lady back. And also in the last series of the illustration, there is a maybe police officer or soldier, I don't know, and our guy who doesn't respond to anybody is sitting in a chair, looks exhausted, maybe don't have energy to compose himself
doesn't.
anymore.
Yeah, he
So
doesn't have energy to point anymore.
he doesn't have energy, and the police officer has a key, and he attached the key back of the man, and maybe how can we say the
Winding.
Yeah, we do. We say wind. He winds
Winding.
the man up, and you would wind a watch.
yes,
or
like
something
he's
that.
a nutcracker, like he's a nutcracker.
Good, good. Yeah, to wind. Be careful though, because to wind somebody up does have another meaning, which is to irritate somebody. Usually that's what it means, to annoy somebody, to irritate somebody, to wind somebody up. But here you mean like wind a watch up, and so yeah, you wind a watch. You wind anything which is clockwork, and it looks like he is clockwork. Yeah.
Yes, and he refreshed after the winding
after the
up,
winding, yeah.
and start to do his job.
Absolutely.
His meaningless job, because
yes.
he doesn't solve any problem and doesn't help anyone who needs, or doesn't show any reaction.
He's just a bureaucrat. He's just there to
Yes.
deal with all of these different people, and he does it in the same way every time and just points far away. Okay, excellent for the bureaucrat. You've got this one now, which is quite interesting. I'll just show you a little bit of the whole story, where you can see that this is a circle. Yeah, with the last picture, we come back to the beginning.
I think the man who has a cigar is the boss.
Good.
Or maybe the govern, I don't know his specific position, but he has the power. He's
Good.
top of the power rank, and he orders the other person in front of him, and he get and his worker or inferior, I
Yeah,
don't know.
subordinate, you can say subordinate.
Yes, his subordinate takes the order, and he also gives order to his subordinates,
Good.
and maybe tells him off. Maybe there is a problem, and the boss is angry about the problem, and he gives order to find solution and just solve the problem without make me any more angry. And everybody gets angry and gives order. It's a chain of reaction, I think.
It's a
Gives
hierarchy, yeah.
order their subordinates, and our third guy also yelling at the old lady. Maybe she's his secretary.
Good.
I don't know. And the lady also gets angry because she scolded by her superior,
Because she
and
had been scolded by her
she
superior.
had been scolded her superior, and
By her superior.
by her superior, and she's also getting angry, and she is also telling of her younger subordinate, maybe new recruit, new
Excellent. Maybe a
secretary,
new recruit. Yeah, maybe a new recruit.
maybe
for the company.
intern, I don't know.
Maybe an intern. Very good.
Her position, the correct position.
Good.
And the young lady, I think she is most angry person in the
Angriest
situation,
person. Yeah, the angriest
and
no
she
moment.
slapped the man who has uniform. Maybe I don't know. He's
I think he's a postman. I
maybe
think. I don't know.
postman, or the info. He is a man who stands at the door of the company. I don't
Okay,
know.
yeah, a doorman. A doorman.
Maybe he's a doorman or security guy.
Good.
I don't know. And because he looks like working in a outdoor, maybe in front of the building, and he is kicking an innocent dog. And the dog also is getting angry, and he's biting the butt of the bus.
Excellent.
And in the end of the instrument, what goes around comes around.
Good.
And
Good.
and the
Excellent.
boss
This is karma. It is
tastes
karma.
his own medicine.
He gets a taste of his own medicine. He does. He gets a taste of his own medicine, certainly. Excellent. And we can use this phrasal verb here. I think we very often do. When somebody does something bad to you and it puts you in a bad mood, and you go and shout at somebody else, we say you take it out on that other person. And we just use it here always. It's always that pronoun it, and it refers to your anger. You take your anger out on the other person. That's what it really refers to. But we never usually say anger. We usually say it. Yeah, somebody slaps, so she slapped her boyfriend, and the boyfriend took it out on the dog. He kicked the dog, up the butt behind. But yeah, take it out on
Everybody
someone.
mirroring the wrong behavior, and everybody nobody changed the course of the action, and everybody gets angry and bullying the innocent one.
Good. We do say violence begets violence as well. The first bit of violence leads to another bit of violence and another bit of violence. It's a saying. It's quite an old saying,
It's
that
the
one.
cycle situations.
Yeah, it's a circle. It's a vicious circle, you might say, as well. It's another thing which is often said. It's a vicious circle of violence that never stops and just keeps going round and round and round. But excellent. Okay, keep going on to man and bureaucracy in the next one.
Okay. Is it still my turn?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
That
I
was your
don't
first one, wasn't
think-
it? That was your first. Oh, well, did you do the bureaucrat?
Yes,
Oh, you did. You did the bureaucrat.
I did
and
do
the-
illustrate.
Okay.
I don't want to take anybody.
Yeah, that's very honest of you. Very honest of you. Let's go on to the next person. And I don't think Barbara's usually a bit shy. She doesn't usually say anything. Speak now, Barbara. Tell me if you're ready to try the next one. But if not, we will go on to Alicia. Can you hear us, Alicia, in Belgium?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes,
I always
I can
remember you're
hear
in
you.
Belgium. I always remember. Okay, so you've got another one about bureaucracy. This is another thing about
Yes.
bureaucracy, certainly. I think this is the best one about bureaucracy, and then you can go on to that one afterwards. But let's start with this one. What can you see in the
Okay.
first picture?
I see a man who has a postcard or something under his arm,
Yeah, maybe an
and
envelope.
he takes his hat off for respect to the other man,
Good.
because he wants to pass to give the envelope in the post. No,
No, I think he's got some document he wants to
yeah,
hand
some
in.
document that he have to give at somebody.
Good, yeah.
And then he pauses and he knocks at the door, and maybe somebody in the office say, yes, come in.
Good.
And he can come in and he talks about he wants to give a document that he wants to give at somebody.
To give in, I would just
And
say to give in, and then you don't need an object, and
in.
it just means to give to somebody official. You hand in your homework when you have homework that you need to give in at school, but hand in or give in, it just means give the document or form to the right person, to the
Okay.
place where it should go.
To give in a document, and then he speaks and he can go to the other person, and then the secretaries behind the office or
In the office,
in the
behind the
office.
desk.
He wants to give in a document, but she can't help him.
Good.
So he has to go to another person.
Good.
He knocks at the door and and the other man say, come in.
Good.
He gives the man respect and takes his hat off.
Good.
And he said again that he wants to give in a document, but he say no. So he has to go to another person, but the person becomes mad and say, Engen, Engen
Expedition.
And then he has to go further, but there is a long wait line or something.
A long queue. We often say queue in the UK, but they do say line very often in the States. In America, they say a long line very often. But yeah, there's a long queue of people waiting.
Long queue people, and he have to wait long.
He has to wait a long time.
He
Yeah,
has to wait a long time.
Good.
And then it's his turn, and then he can give in the document, and the other man takes the document and put a stamp on it.
A stamp on it. Good. What do you think?
On it.
What do you think the stamp means?
Objection. Rejection.
I think
because
rejected.
he stamped the man.
I was thinking cancelled. I don't know why, but I was thinking cancelled, but rejected.
Document or something.
Yeah, rejected or cancelled. I think basically after all of that long wait, and all of that messing around, he still hasn't sorted out what he wanted to sort out with the document. It's a bureaucracy kind of thing.
Yes.
But any other words there that you want to add or did anyone have any questions about any other words that are possible in that one?
The man now is smaller, getting smaller and smaller
Good.
every time. And
Well
the end,
spotted.
He gets smaller.
Involved with the bureaucracy.
Yeah, exactly. He feels that I suppose he feels like they're treating him as a smaller and smaller person each time. He feels less and less important each time.
Yes.
But excellent, really good for that one. And come on to the next one, Alicia.
The next one, so there's again a man and another man, and the one man has a document again or something or a paper.
Good.
And the man give again respect and take his hat off. And but the man don't look at him
Doesn't.
and
The man doesn't. The man
doesn't
doesn't look at him.
look at him and read his own paper. So the man asks again about his paper, but the man doesn't listen to the
Good.
other man.
Good.
So he was reading his paper, and then the man wait for something to give his paper, but the man doesn't look at him.
Good.
And again in another picture, he becomes mad at the other man, and he takes his hand on the table or
He bangs
something.
his fist, I would say, just because it's like that. He bangs his fist on the table.
Bangs his fist on the table,
Yes.
and he becomes angry and nervous. And then
Furious,
the other-
maybe.
he bangs his fist on
Can
the
we say
table.
furious?
Sorry, can we say
Furious.
furious? Yeah. Oh, yes,
Like
definitely. He's
Fast and
furious.
Furious and Furious.
Yeah, he is furious. He's absolutely furious. He's very angry. He's absolutely furious.
Yeah, furious, and then he has his hands in each other. How do we say it when somebody is taking his arms on the table, but crossed arms or something?
But fist, we say. He bangs his fist on the table. This one up here. Yeah, he bangs his fist on the table.
Yes. And then on the left of the picture, the man becomes nervous and he becomes angry and he wants to give the paper, but the man doesn't look at him. And in the next picture, he becomes more angry and he say with his paper, but the man doesn't hear anything, or he doesn't want to hear anything.
Good.
And then he bangs his fist on the table more times after one time after time or something.
So, yeah, he bangs his fist on the table
Yeah.
over and over again, I would say.
Over and
Over
Can
and
we
over
say
again.
again.
pummel? Can we say pummeling?
Pummeling his fist on the table, definitely. He pummeled his fist on the table. Pummel is like bang. He pummeled his fists on the table.
Over and over again, and then the police officer came, or the doorman
Yeah, maybe doorman, maybe
comes,
security
or the
guard.
security comes for
Good.
for taking the man
Good.
out of the office.
Good.
Takes the man with him, and the man was reading his paper, so he doesn't look or hear anything, so he reads his paper.
Yeah. He doesn't
And he
even
say,
notice the guy. Does
No.
he?
He doesn't
even-
respond any question.
Doesn't respond. He's completely indifferent again. You can certainly say.
We can say that bureaucrat doesn't pay attention at all to the man. That's right.
Good. Yeah, definitely. The bureaucrat pays no attention at all to the man. He doesn't pay attention at all to the man. Certainly. Certainly. That's
Yes.
good.
He doesn't pay attention at the other man or at anything that happened.
So he doesn't pay attention to
Around
the other
him.
man,
Yeah.
yeah, or to
The
anything
man.
around him. It's always pay attention to. Just it's an. I know people do use other prepositions there, but it's always to. That he doesn't pay any
To
attention to other
something.
people.
Yeah. Okay.
He neglects the person in front
Yeah,
of
he
him.
does. He neglects his duties. He doesn't. He's shirking his duties.
Maybe
Really.
he's passive aggressive.
Yeah,
He looks like he's doing his job, but in the end, there's no progress.
yeah, doing nothing whatsoever. And I think I do understand how that man feels, because I think whenever you go
Yes.
into bureaucratic situations, I've been I've been in a situation where I have to get my documents signed or given in, handed in. It was when I was living in Moscow, and I remember there was a lot of bureaucracy in Moscow, or I felt like that anyway. And you were always shown to another door, just like here. It was, you go to door 27, you need to be in door 12, and then door 13, and then in the end it just gets cancelled or rejected anyway. Okay, that was excellent, Alicia. Superb.
Okay.
Let's go on to Mikita. I think I see Mikita next. Mikita, can you hear us, Mikita?
I can.
Excellent.
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
It's good to be back again. I think we make a good company.
Yeah, it's a good team we've got here. It's true.
Good team.
I've got a good team here. And so, what are you going to tell us about today, Mikita? I know you like to do the. I know you like to tell us a story that you've read. Yeah, are you going to tell us about something you've read?
Yes, I'm going to tell you about a short story written by Ernest Hemingway.
Excellent.
One more time.
Excellent.
In today's lesson, I want to focus on the short story called Up in Michigan. I've chosen this one.
Okay.
Up in Michigan was one of the first short stories that Ernest Hemingway wrote along with Indian Camp, the one I retold you you all several lessons ago, maybe 3 or 4 lessons ago. So I think this short story already shows Hemingway's literary talent. It shows his stylistic features, stylistic features of his prose. Fewer adjectives, short sentences, and he also makes use of lots of repetitions. He often repeats separate words or even sentences. I think he does this to make the reader pay attention to some details.
Good.
It also helps with the interpretation of his stories. And while I was reading about his literary work, his principles of writing short stories and generally books, he often described his style as he called it the principle of iceberg. It means that he works only with he gives the reader just a small detail, just a small piece of information, and the rest has to be unveiled and revealed by the reader. So he wants the reader to be involved in reading reading his stories. He wants him or her to be an active reader. So this short story is deeply psychological, as it describes the feelings and thoughts of a woman. It's a key character, and this work of literature touches upon, or it will be better to say, just use such topics as sex and rape.
Okay, okay. It touches on serious themes like sex and rape. Okay.
And it makes it stand out, makes it unique for the time this short story was written, because the literature of the early 1900s, I mean, was still quite puritanic, and I would say maybe subject limited, or
there were still many taboos which you weren't
taboos. Exactly. This is the word what I was looking for. Taboos. There were still a lot of taboos in literature, and I think the Hemingway's generation changed that considerably. And this story, this short story, is a proof. So there is really nothing much happening in this small piece of literature. The story sets in a small.
The story is set in a small.
Is set in a small town, or it will be better to say a village, because it consists only of 5 houses where the local families live in.
Okay, I would definitely say a village for 5 houses.
Village.
Small town is 50,000.
It's a small village somewhere in Michigan. So its central characters are Jim Gilmer, a smith, who who is quite manly. He's big and strong. He's big and strong. Hemingway very often uses simple adjectives to describe his characters. He isn't trying to be complex. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
to use fancy words.
Yeah. And there is also one another one character. It's a young woman named Liz Coates. She is a cook. She works for one of the families who live in this village. They are the Smiths. They own a dining room or small restaurant or something. So she works there, and she makes her living working as a cook. So I think it's also a unique short story for. So usually, if we look at the novels or short stories written back in the 19th century, it was a man who notices a woman who makes a first step or who
Okay, the
thinks
man makes the first move. Yeah, the man traditionally the man
yeah,
makes the first move.
Traditionally, we often reading the books prior 20th century, it was about how a man felt about a woman, and how his first moves towards her, and his feelings, his thoughts, his reactions, and so on and so forth. But this is not the case with this story. Here is a woman who really notices a man, his physical features, like his big figure, his hairy hands. She likes his looks, his beard, his mustache, his walk, his skin, and she feels very embarrassed because she has never had such feelings before, and I assume she has been brought very strictly.
Brought up very strictly.
Brought up strictly. Perhaps she received a religious upbringing, and it really makes her shy to think about such things like maybe sexual appeal or something. And in his return, Jim notices he doesn't really pay much attention to Liz, this young girl. He sees her figure, her face, her legs, but nothing. He doesn't even try to attract her or to do something to maybe to start a romance.
He's quite indifferent again. Yeah, he's quite.
He's quite indifferent. But she at some point she starts thinking about him very often, and he is a good hunter. He likes to drink alcohol. He's a good smith. So he does
smith,
all,
like a blacksmith.
Blacksmith. He's a horseshoer.
Okay, yeah, he's a blacksmith. He makes horseshoes. Yeah.
yes, makes her horseshoes. And I don't know, it doesn't really matter to mention it, but he comes to this small village from Canada. I don't know. The author simply says it in the beginning of the short story. One day, men, Jim, and the rest of the townsfolk go on the deer hunting.
They go deer hunting. Yeah, they go.
Yes, they go deer hunting, and they Liz can't normally sleep.
She can't sleep normally. She can't sleep normally.
She can't sleep normally at night during their absence, because all the time she's thinking about Jim. She thinks there is no any kind of relationship between them, but in her mind, in her fantasies, maybe she wants Jim to pay attention to her,
yeah,
to notice her, yeah. And she is expecting that after his return, it will change the way he looks at her. Maybe they will be close to each other, or
they'll get
something.
to know each other better.
Get to know each other better. Yes. So when Jim is back, nothing really changes. Everything remains the same. This night, all people have dinner.
Everybody sounds better than all people. Everybody is having dinner.
Everybody is having dinner, and Jim gets drunk at the dinner table.
Good.
And Liz is sitting in the kitchen reading a book by the stove, and she doesn't want to go to bed. She wants to see Jim going to sleep, and after that she decides she pretends reading a book.
Pretends to read a book. She pretends to read a book.
She pretends to read a book. She doesn't really read it. But she, when everyone goes to sleep, she still stays in the kitchen. So Jim finds her there. He puts his arms around her, starts touching her breasts and kissing her. And there is a small detail here, physiological detail, that I think it really makes this short story stand out from the rest. When writers when he is touching her, she gets sexually excited, and her nipples get erected. So
get erect, yeah.
Get erect, yeah, get erect. So, and she feels very frightened, because she has never felt that before, and she doesn't really know what to do. And she simply sits. She's sitting and allowing Jim do what he wants to do. So she's like numb, or
she's numb. Yeah, you could say like that. It's certainly so that she's numb. She's numb. If you're completely unfeeling, then you're numb.
Unfeeling, yeah, or stiff.
That's different from numb. Stiff is more like erect. Stiff means hard. Numb
alright.
just means, you know, when your arm goes
so
numb
she,
if you sleep on it. If you
yeah,
sleep on your side.
she's like unmovable, simply unmovable.
You can say
Immovable, we say
you can
it.
say petrified.
You
She's
can say petrified. You can certainly say petrified, Katia. That's a really good word to use here. We do say immovable. And one thing to remember with the prefix im is that it goes before M and P. Now that's not an always correct rule. It's more a guide that most of the time seems to be correct. But for example, we say immature. We say immaterial. We also say impossible, impractical. Impeccable, yeah, well done, excellent. Yeah, impeccable is another one, and so im is usually before M and P, and that's why immovable. I'm going to have to stop you there, I'm afraid, Nikita, but very, very good for that story. Let's move on now.
Yeah, I haven't told everyone the final part, but okay, I don't really want to take the time of another person. I want
That's
to.
cool. That's cool. Next time you can continue it. Certainly next time. But
Okay.
I see here, hey Mal. I don't think I've seen you before. Hey Mal. Hey Mal. Have we met?
Yeah. Hi, Dave.
Hello.
Yeah. No, Dave. This is the. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly well.
Yeah. This is the first time I am here.
Okay. Do you want to do one of the pictures then, as it's the first time?
Yeah, Dave. Can I be talking about a novel that I have been reading?
Absolutely. In fact, let's go back to share on this. But yeah, of course. What novel have you been reading?
Yeah, I have been reading Stoods Lonigan by James T. Farrell.
Sorry, what's the title? One more time.
Stoods. It is a name.
Stoltz.
Stoods
Okay,
Lonigan.
Stoltz Lonigan.
Studs.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know the book
Yes,
actually.
Lonigan.
And who's it by?
It's written by James T. Farrell.
Okay. James T. Farrell. Yeah.
Yeah, James T. Farrell. He is an American author.
Okay. Excellent. So what happens in this story?
Yeah, it's actually a trilogy.
A trilogy.
It's trilogy. It records about this young man's life, which is set in the early part of the
19th century.
Last century.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
20th century.
Yeah, 20th century. The first part of the 20th century. So the story starts in I think 1916. 1916 when they were graduating from the high school from that scene. So I think actually the story with the plot starts in the third novel. I would say that the first two novels are more like memoirs.
Okay.
It's like how he was hanging out with his friends and doing. Now, this Stoods Lonigan, he has a Catholic upbringing, very conservative family. They are Irish. His father, Paddy Lonigan. His father has brought him. His father had immigrated to USA. So they are Irish Catholic family. So they have those Catholic values, and they are very xenophobic. They don't like immigrants coming looking for jobs in America. So those days were hard times, First World War and then Depression times. So there are socialist ideas. They are anti-socialist, and they do not like Jews and Negroes. So he actually takes part in race riots. What actually happens is they had to sell their neighborhood to Negroes. So I mean, sorry for using that word because it is used in this. So I think this is done by Jew bankers, because Jew brokers, they are doing this, and they in the final part, the novel starts the story starts. He wants to marry a girl named a girl called Catherine. But before that is a lot of most of friends dies because they were binge drinking and all these things. They one by one their friends dies. The third part, the third part starts. They are going to a funeral of one of their friends in a distant city. So he, after his returning, he proposed to his girl, and she consents, and then they have sex, and the thing is she gets pregnant, and then Studs invests all his savings in stock, Embrace stocks. But then comes the depression. He lost all of his stocks, and his father lost. They do painting business. His father lost all of contracts, and his bank closed down. So he lost all of his savings, and one very rainy day, desperately, because now Catherine is pregnant, and because they are a Catholic family, they have to keep this secret. So Catherine proposed that they should get married as soon as possible. So, but the thing is, Stutz is broken, and he do not have pennies. But Catherine says, "I have
He's
money."
broke then, not broken, but he's broke. Stoltz is broke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Catherine Stutz, Studz.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's ULZ, yeah, like that. Stoltz.
Stutz, not L. That's D. Stutz.
Oh, okay. Like that. Stold.
No. Not Studz. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Not L. Yeah, there's no L.
Oh, okay. Just studs. Yeah, studs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she says that I have got money. We can start our family with this money, but he's reluctant. Now he thinks he's like a pauper.
He's a pauper. Yeah.
He's not happy. Yeah, he's not poppy. He's not happy with that idea. And one very rainy day, he goes out looking for a job, and it is a very desperate job hunting. Those days, the depression time, you cannot get a job. So he gets he's caught in the rain, and he gets pneumonia, and finally he dies. But in the final scene, it is revealed that even Stutz's mother blames Catherine that because of her son is dying, because she hurried that marriage. Because of that, he went outside in that heavily rainy day. So and Catherine says that she is pregnant, and mother. Then Stutz's mother curses her that you are not a decent girl like that. But actually, that same incident has happened to her also. It is revealed.
The mother.
Even mother. She also faced that same incident, and his father also led the same lifestyle like Stutz when he was young. So that's finally that's what happens. He dies. But actually, this story it's there is a sequel pentology to this novel. It's a Danny O'Neill series. It is set in Chicago, the same neighborhood. Another boy called Danny O'Neill. He now he is the opposite of Stutz Lonergan. He is attracted to socialist ideas, and he goes to university, and finally becomes a writer. So it's a pentology. So it is the same setting. One character goes to the downside, and the other character breaks from that barriers, and he ascends socially. So yeah, it's you have to read all these 8 novels, but
So it's quite a political novel. Do I understand correctly? That's quite a political novel, and socialism is seen in a very positive light. Is that true?
Yeah, I think for that conclusion, I have to read the other 5 novels. Yeah, because this because he doesn't the author doesn't come in middle of the narration and preaches the pros and cons of socialism or capitalism. It is written in naturalist style. It is now you will find it very boring to read the first 2 parts, because actually nothing happens. It's just they are going to movies, they are going to billiard parlors, they are going to bars, and they are going to brothels, such things. So very daily playing footballs, so very mundane things.
Mundane things, yeah, very mundane things.
Yes.
Yeah, mundane's good, very good. Yeah, mundane, dull, tedious, not boring, basically, but yeah, very mundane things. Okay, excellent. Heimal, is that your name, by the way? Am I saying it correctly, Heimal?
Yes, perfectly.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, I will remember. I just like to remember people's names. And where are you, Heimal?
Yeah, I will show my face for a moment, because I think I have issues with my bandwidth. So if I open my video, my transmission will get very.
And where are you?
So I am from Sri Lanka.
From Sri Lanka, yeah? Is that where you are at the moment?
Yes.
Well, Sri Lanka.
Yes.
Yes, excellent.
I am
Hello.
now.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Yes.
Yeah, excellent. Well, please come back next week. We're going to be doing this each week on Fridays from 3 o'clock till about 4:30. It's when it usually goes on. And I'll put the Zoom link in the Grammar Shed again in the same place. And so please come along next week. It's great to see new people as well. There's always a few new people each time, which is great. But we do have a nice team here. It's a nice group. You know, I enjoy doing this on Fridays. Let's go on to Stefano now. Stefano, what are you going to tell us about?
Hi, Dave. No, it's okay. A picture. It's okay.
It's
okay. A
yeah,
picture.
It's always up to you. Hold on. I'll stop sharing that one then. And or can I just? I'm confused now. Stop sharing. There it is.
Get a good one.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get you a good one. Let's have a look. Is this a good one? I don't know if it is.
I don't know.
It's another waiting for a document in a it's another bureaucracy one. That's bureaucrat as well. I am a bit tired of bureaucracy. Let's try this one. What's happening in that first picture?
So there is a car, and the driver maybe is driving really fast and a little careless, because
a little carelessly, yeah, very fast.
A little carelessly, because there is it looks like a baby, or I don't know, a child on the side of the road, and he entered with his tire in a I don't know, pool of water. I don't know how to
puddle. That one is a puddle. Yeah,
a puddle.
A puddle. Yeah, Puddle.
Okay.
Puddle.
And the water spills all over, and goes against the baby, and maybe it's totally wet now.
Excellent. Yeah, the water covers the baby. The water covers the.
Yes.
I would say toddler rather than baby, just because she's.
A toddler. Then this really careless driver goes on in the city with his car. Maybe he's also vain of what he's doing. He's proud of what he's doing because he enters another puddle, and this time in inside there is a man with his bicycle, and again the water spills
Not
against
spills,
the
sprays. It's better. The water sprays all over the
okay
yeah,
sprays
like a spray
the
can. We say as well, like
okay
yeah, that's spray when water comes out but goes everywhere. We talk about a spray can.
okay sprays all over and against the man with his bicycle, and then again same situation. This time an old lady with a lot of water, besides also dirty water, because the water is really dirty.
Good.
So all her
You
clothes
have to say
are
puddle to define the water.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it's puddle, definitely puddle. Yeah, it's puddle.
Puddle.
He goes through a puddle.
okay. He's spraying all over that poor old lady
Good.
who really gets angry at him, and maybe he wants to hit him with his
Yeah,
umbrella
I think
on
so.
the head, to smash his umbrella on his head,
Good.
and then again this time is spraying two men and a girl, that they are running away because of this situation, and maybe I see the result of what happened in the next drawing, where there are all this man, girl, toddler who are complaining of what happened to them and to their clothes.
Good.
And then since this guy in the end reveals himself as an hypocritical, because
Good. A hypocrite.
an hypocrite, because
Good.
he's going out of his car, he's getting out of his car.
Good. Good.
And he is proud of the way he's walking. He's really elegant. And what is the first things that he does when he got out of his car? He's complaining to a man who is cleaning the road, because he didn't clean very well the road, and so he didn't want to put his feet on some dirt, where in fact he make dirt the whole city and a lot of people.
Absolutely.
So,
He's definitely a hypocrite. He's been getting everybody else spraying them with dirt, and now his shoe gets sprayed with dirt. Excellent. Okay,
yes.
come on to the next one. That one does look a little bit boring as well. Let's maybe go a bit boring too. Let's try this one. Okay, getting your driving license, it's called.
Okay.
So I've got my driving license.
Okay. So I can see that there is someone that maybe needs to make the exam to get the
not to make the exam, to take the exam. He needs to take.
Okay, to take the exam to get the driver license. And I remember that when I was young, that there was an engineer who was testing me.
Okay.
And so maybe that is the engineer, the man a little bit fat with a bag, with a suitcase.
So you had two people in the car, yeah, for your driving?
Yes, I had two people in the car, because I had the one who taught me how to drive at the time, and then I had the engineer who was judging me.
Okay,
but the problem is that when I was switching on the car,
we don't say
I don't know.
what do we say? I'm not a driver. I don't know, but
just start an engine.
Good, starting the engine. Yeah, the ignition.
When I was,
what did I say? When I was turning the ignition. Yeah, to turn the ignition.
Okay, when I was turning the ignition,
Uh-huh.
I remember that I didn't mind that the brake, the brake on the right of the driver. I don't know, maybe in England it's on the left, but anyway, No,
It is on the
The-
left, yeah. I think,
yes, on the-
right, yeah, it's on the left of the driver, the handbrake, yeah, the handbrake.
yes, I forgot that it was on, and so I didn't understand because there was the man, the guy who taught me that making me strange sign with his face. What are you doing? Hey, what's wrong? What's wrong? What is the problem? What is your problem? And so the engineer told me, look at the brake, and then that's it. Anyway,
Did you pass?
what?
Did you pass the exam?
Yes, I passed the
Oh,
exam
no
because
problem.
it was just this mistake, no. And then the old man who taught me told to engineer, make him pass because he's a good guy. So he just forgot. That's it.
That's nice. That's nice. You know,
Maybe you were very nervous, like the person on the picture.
I think so.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you were
true,
nervous,
true.
you were shaking, yeah, with fear.
Maybe I was nervous, shaking, just like me in that picture. But he looks a little bit older than when I took the exam. Anyway, then in the second drawing, the car is going through a kind of road with plenty of signals. And because they need to test him, no, to know if
Not
he
signals, actually. What's better than signals? Plenty of
Signs.
signs,
Signboards.
road signs, or
road
signs. Yeah.
signs. Okay, road
Very
signs.
close to signal, but yeah, signs we usually say for those. But yeah, he's going down a road with loads of road signs. Okay, and what about in the next picture?
Okay, just a moment. Then he with his car, he almost ran into a man with a bicycle, a toddler, a man with a newspaper, and also a cat and a dog. So he's almost killing everybody with this car.
Good.
And then also he's almost crashing a little I don't know in English.
Snail is good. Snail is good. Excellent. And I wouldn't say crash here. He is almost. Which phrasal verb works best?
Crossover.
Run over. Run over.
Run over is best here. He's almost running over a snail. Yeah, just because crash into it needs to be something bigger than a snail. It would just go
Because
over a snail.
before I used the run into, because
That worked
I
because he was almost bumping
Yes,
into them. He's
because,
almost running into them.
I heard this phrasal verb in a movie that I saw.
It works.
I don't know
yeah.
if you remember The Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Okay,
which
yeah,
is
I've heard of it, but yeah, I don't know it well.
60s movie, really a great
Horror
movie.
movie, yes.
Horror movie. Fanta horror movie. Anyway, and then he just stopped before the nail.
The snail. Snail.
Yes, the snail. So they give him the license. They say, "Oh, you are really great," just like me, just like what happened to me. It looks like my story. It looks like my. And then he get
And
the
I
car.
questioned the examiner's expertise. They are not look like expert in their field, because how can they allow to drive the man who
To get the license.
almost killed
Really.
every living soul
I
around
think
him?
maybe he was being really careful. He was stopping for everybody. I understood that he was stopping here and that he stopped for the guy on the bike, and he's being careful. We can see there's animals on the right and things like that. But after he's got the license, what does he do at the end?
After he's got the license, he totally
showed his
lose.
true color.
Good, yeah, exactly. That's a good question. Go on.
He totally lose the control of his car, and
He lost
he totally lose the control of his car, and he crashes everybody and
Yeah.
everything on his way.
I think he
Maybe
decides
he
that they
just
don't matter.
pretend to take the license.
Just pretended, yeah, to take the license. Yeah, maybe he was just going slowly during the test, and then after the test, yeah, he just loses all.
It's a show for examiners.
Yeah, exactly. He's just trying to, it's all for show for the examiners. Exactly. Okay, excellent. Really good, Stefano. Fantastic. We will stop there for today. I think that's everybody's had a go for today. I don't think there's anybody else left.
Dave, I have a question. Can you say
Please.
by the road signs, can you say traffic boards or no? Or not?
No, I wouldn't. I would say road signs.
Yeah,
Perfect.
road
I
signs.
would say
Okay.
not traffic boards. I've never heard that before. But then
Yes.
I have to always be honest. You know, someone said, I think it was Snehar. Snehar said recently when I was doing frying pan, she said, "What about a skillet?" And
Skillet,
I
yeah.
looked it up, and straight away I saw lots of pictures of frying pans when I put it into Google. So definitely it can be used like that. But then I was listening to a song on my phone as I was walking to the shops, and I noticed in the lyrics it said "hang a skillet on the wall." And so it's always the way. I can tell you another story about the word bespoke, where I didn't know this word, even though everybody knows this word in England, but it was a gap in my vocabulary. There were always going to be some gaps, including in my vocabulary, certainly. And so sometimes you just don't know a word because you haven't come across it. But then when somebody alerts you to its, to its presence, suddenly you see it and hear it everywhere. You notice it's in the songs that you're listening to, it's in the books that you're reading. And so, yeah, just because I say no, it doesn't necessarily mean that nobody uses it. And so, yeah, somebody might say traffic board, but I haven't heard that before.
Okay.
Okay,
And
but
what
yeah,
about
Your
headlong?
attention.
Headlong.
Now you are aware of the world. It gets your attention, and you can see the world everywhere,
exactly. You know,
across everywhere.
This was a guy who was working for a furniture company called Mr. Doors, and he knew the word bespoke, of course, because they make bespoke furniture. And bespoke, I would normally say tailor-made, although I'm very aware of the word bespoke now. But as soon as he said it to me, I walked outside and a van went past me and it said bespoke furniture on the van. And it's so strange the way somebody alerts you to a word and then you start seeing it everywhere and everybody
Like a
knows
Truman
it.
Show.
It's weird.
You start to see the signs everywhere.
Everywhere, absolutely everywhere. And you think, how could I be so ignorant? And how could I not have known that word? You know, I mean, bespoke, I hear it all the time. I see it all the time now. It's a really common word, but I didn't know it at the time. And so, yeah, everybody has gaps in their vocabulary. And so-
Headlong also. Headlong.
Headlong. Yeah, certainly that you said that's in Paradise Lost as well. When
Yeah, Paradise
falls-
Lost. Hurl him headlong through the
yeah,
immediate sky.
absolutely. So like head first, really. I think in a lot of the time we say when you go head first somewhere, you go with your head in the front direction, going in that direction. But yeah, headlong is a good word. It's certainly one I've come across before. But yeah, excellent. Any more questions, guys? Could please?
No.
No.
Dave,
Uh-huh.
I wanted to ask a thing. I was wondering this because sometimes in phrasal verbs, no, I feel I have just one example, but this morning I had another, and now I forgot because then the train, the work, I have my job, everything, so I forgot. But remaining in my mind is if I say I cuddle her up, or I cuddle my girlfriend up, or if I say
go on, sorry.
If I say I cuddle my girlfriend.
Yep. I cuddled my girlfriend is fine. I cuddled up to my girlfriend is fine.
Okay.
Not I cuddled my girlfriend up. There are some other verbs I can think of, but they do start to mean quite sexual meanings, like touch somebody up or something like that. That's certainly a phrasal verb, but that has a very sexual meaning. I mean, it really does mean like or something like that. It means touch somebody with sexual intent. And so touch somebody up is possible. Cuddle somebody is possible, and cuddle up to somebody is certainly possible. It's not coming out, is it?
But not but don't cuddle somebody up or someone up. Okay.
No, exactly. It's always cuddle up to somebody, and it's got to have both of them there. Just like walk up to somebody or run up to somebody. Yeah, it's got to have both of those there. And with the walk and the run, you can say over to, walk over to somebody, run over to somebody. With cuddle, only up to seems to work. I wouldn't say cuddle over to. It's always up to with cuddle. Okay, but
Okay.
it's the kind of
It's
thing that you
clear.
do on the sofa or something like that. Yeah, when you before you're going to watch a film, you cuddle up to your girlfriend so that you're all nice and comfortable.
Okay.
I often cuddle up to my kitten, my cat. Yeah, I like the fluff. He's very fluffy and he's really quite sweet, and so I'll cuddle up to my, I'll kind of put my cheek against him and cuddle up to him sometimes. But yeah, anytime you move closer to somebody and cuddle them, you cuddle up to them.
Okay.
Okay.
Clear.
Any more
Thank
questions?
you.
Oh, I can see my cat just mentioned him and he's just about to come in. Maybe I'll show you if he comes in. I'll quickly show you. He has had some really bad problems recently. Come in. I'm sure. Come in. Come on. He had 2 abscesses, 2 cysts, like infections, where he had a fight with another cat, and then the abscess got bigger and bigger and bigger, and in the end it burst. It burst, and it smelt horrible. It was a really, really bad smell. Anyway,
Anaerobic infection. The anaerobic bacteria caused that smell. Awful.
that's it. I did use some pet antiseptic, and kind of when he was sleeping, if I could see the wound, then I would pour it
You
on.
should irrigate the abscess and drainate the abscess to get out of the path.
Go on. It did. It drained by itself, basically. I think it's like that. I mean, he scratched himself like that, and it just burst when he was.
Find his solution. He
Sorry?
find his solution. He
found his own
there is a thing, if as a doctor, if you see an abscess and if you can drain the abscess, you should, because the most antibiotics doesn't reach the necrotic tissue and don't work enough to recovery. So you should get rid of the pus in the absence. You should
I'm really
drain.
glad you say so, Dylan. I'm really glad that you say that, because I was wondering, I read online that some people suggest antibiotics and some suggest just draining the abscess. I didn't want to go to the vet just because they're so expensive. And I watched a few YouTube videos where people were draining the abscess or bursting it and then draining it. It got so big it was gonna burst anyway, and I just put a hot cotton wool pad on its face and did that a couple of times, and it burst. But I'm really glad that it burst, and he is looking much better now. He's looking he's got his appetite back, and he's more energetic now, more active, so he's looking good. Okay, I'm gonna have to dash, guys, but fantastic. I'll see you all next week, same time. Yeah, you get the Zoom link in the Grammar Shed as always, and I will try and work out what's wrong with the app as well. I haven't had a chance to check it out yet, but I'll get my wife to download the app on her phone and just see if it's all working okay. Okay.
See you next week.
See you next week,
Bye,
guys.
everybody.
Bye, Dave.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.